Life has a rhythm, back and forth, rise and fall. You ever notice how it feels like a pendulum? One moment you're flying high, the next you're sinking low. That's the thing about extremes. The higher it swings one way, the higher it has to swing the other. Joy to sorrow, excitement to exhaustion, confidence to doubt. And here's the part that we rarely admit. See, most of us get addicted to the highs. Dopamine. Yes. We chase them like a rush, clinging to that feeling, hoping it never fades. But the truth, the higher you cling, the deeper the crash. Manic, depressed, manic, depressed. But life isn't only a pendulum, it's also a balance beam. You walk it carelessly, you tip. Lean too hard, you fall. But steady your gaze, soften your body. Suddenly, the impossible beam becomes a path. That's equanimity. Not locking yourself in place, but walking with grace. Step after step, wobble after wobble. But the secret nobody told us in school: you don't have to ride the pendulum to the extreme ends. There's a middle point, a still point. Equanimity. And equanimity doesn't mean you don't feel. It doesn't mean you become numb or cold. It means you learn how to stand in the center, to watch the swing, to ride the rhythm, but not get thrown across the room every time it decides to shift. Because when you're rooted in equanimity, you can actually enjoy the highs without fearing the crash, and move through the lows without drowning in despair. You see them for what they are: movements of the pendulum, waves of the ocean, passing weather of the mind, the ride of your emotions, going up and down. And when you notice, when you become aware of your emotions being taken for a ride, you gotta shock yourself into equanimity. Shock yourself out of your emotional ride. Take a breath and yell, "Pendulum!" When you see it, when you feel your emotions riding high, you feel your anger welling up. Pendulum! You're being taken for a ride. What am I being taken for a ride for? Laugh it off. When you see yourself super excited, you can't control yourself. You're just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this. Pendulum! Hey, this too shall pass. I take my breath. And when you're in that awareness of your emotions being taken for a ride, and you need to calm them down. So, let's try something right now. We're going to take 3 breaths to bring us back to center. We're going to inhale through our nose slowly. We're going to hold. And then we're going to exhale through our mouth, even slower. So here we go. Inhale. And hold. And exhale. That's 1. Inhale again, deep into the belly. Hold. And exhale. Let your shoulders drop. That's 2. 1 more. Inhale, calm. And hold. Exhale everything heavy. That's 3. The second practice is awareness. The moment you feel a high or low, just name it. Pendulum. And whisper, this too will pass. Enjoy, this too will pass. In sorrow, this too will pass. Pendulum, it's just a pendulum. Don't push it away. Don't deny it. Remember, it's not forever. And awareness breaks the spell of the swing. Now, you can do some preventative. You can work on grounding yourself, like rituals, like balance beam training. Go for a walk and really feel the earth under your feet. Be aware of every step. Write one honest page in your journal. Be aware of your writing, aware of your emotions as you're writing. Sit in silence for 5 minutes before you do anything in the morning. Have a mantra that you say over and over. Do it for 5 minutes. This too will pass. Balance, equanimity. These are small acts, but they are not small. They are anchors. Every ritual is putting you one steady hand on the swing, guiding it back towards stillness. A fourth practice is compassion. When you swing high or low, don't judge yourself. Just see that it's the way of life. When others swings, don't condemn them. Just see that they're on their own pendulum ride, their own wobbly balance beam. Everyone's pendulum moves. Everyone wobbles on the beam. Compassion is like paddling on the ride. It doesn't stop the swing, but it makes the ride gentler, softer, more forgiving. And remember, every swing teaches something. Perspective. The lows teach humility. The highs teach gratitude. Together they create balance. Equanimity isn't about escaping life. It's about embracing the ride and learning to stand steady through it all. The key is balance. The key is awareness. When joy comes, receive it. When sorrow comes, allow it. And through it all, remember, you are not the swing. You are the center. You are the still point holding the pendulum in place. So know, the pendulum will never stop swinging. The swing set always moves. The beam will always wobble. But you don't have to be dragged by it. Stand in the center, breathe, observe, ground yourself. Meet the swing with kindness and let life move through you without losing yourself in the ride. And most of all, enjoy your day. Enjoy this day. Enjoy your time. Love and peace, my friends.